Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review over in the Raggy's tap room, as you can see. Today reviewing a beer that was a collaboration between Bang the Elephant and Crafty One Bottle Shop, bar and bottle shop over at Ilkeston. It's called Red Velvet Revolver. It's 12.2%. Bit of a strong one for a Monday night. Hey ho. Red Velvet Cake Imperial Dessert Stout. So there we go. There's the beer. Says on the back. Let me get my phone out again because I haven't got my blooming. There we go. So there's only one thing we love more than cake here at Bang the Elephant, and that's Imperial Stout. So when our good friends, the Crafty One Bottle Shop and Tasting Room, asked us to brew a birthday beer, combining the two, we got all kinds of excited. This Red Velvet Cake Imperial Stout does exactly what it says on the tin. A thick chocolatey base with lashings of buttercream icing and a red velvet head. This is literally cake in a glass. Happy birthday, guys. This is a great big banging red velvet revolver toast. From the Elephant People, here's to many more years doing what you do best, showcasing the best beers around. So, turn that off. So, I've literally been waiting to review this for ages. Never got down to Crafty One Bar and Bottle Shop, not when it was on anyway. It's not always easy in life to get where you need to get. And then I've been waiting for Adventure Beer, who I got it from, to have it in stock. Obviously, they've had issues since Christmas. You know, life's just full of issues. So here we go. So, black pour, dark, very dark tan head on this. Now, if you didn't know, Raggy's Beer Reviews, my wife makes red velvet cakes. So yeah, I get the Imperial Stout straight away. You know, the maltiness and the chocolate and that from that. Yeah. Not getting much of a cake aroma at the moment. It has been at the house, so it is room temperature already, albeit it's freezing down here. So I did get like a cakey whiff when I first opened it. So let's go. Whilst the Imperial Stout is, you know, always top notch from Bang the Elephant, for me the cake element isn't quite there at the moment. It may get there, so never one to just say it. You know, give it time to breathe. Sometimes, you know, it takes a few minutes for the flavour to come forward. I've had their German cake one they did, and wow, there is a cakey element to it. So, but it's more subtle for me rather than um, at the forefront. As far as I know, that the last keg went over to Crafty One, so it's now not on keg. However, Hopzine, where Hopzine works, I think it's in Shipley, Yorkshire. They've got a keg of this up there. Whether they've already got it on the bar, I don't know. So whether he's had a chance to review it or at least taste it, because obviously not everybody reviews everything they drink. I tend to review everything, primarily because if I don't, I ain't going to get it again, or be able to afford to do it again. So it is what it is, you know. Especially if you're paying like £9 or £10 a can, um, you know, it's a one-time thing most of the time, at least. So yeah, the Imperial Stout is as I would expect. I know their base Imperial Stout is absolutely top notch. Probably one of the best in the country, you know, without a shadow of a doubt, to say that. I'm just not getting the cakey element at the moment. I certainly did on the German cake one they did. And like I say, yeah, like I say, the aroma's beautiful. Nonetheless, you know, it's an absolute belting Imperial Stout. Um, I am going to make my own Imperial Stout soon, grain brew. The end of February, um, which is only a few weeks now. Gonna put it on the channel, the whole shebang. Whether I do it live, but if I do it live, I'm not having bloody comments. But we'll see how that goes. I may or may not. Yeah, because if I make a cock up, I don't want people slagging me off on the bloody comments. Yeah, or the camera will just turn itself off like it did to me the other week when I was brewing. Yeah, click the wrong button. But anyway, back to the beer. No, I'm just not getting. It's not. This does not happen to me. So, I mean, I've had cake Imperial Stouts just recently. Right, out of the can, just then, I got a cakey element. But I'm not getting it in the blooming glass. Well, I haven't yet, anyway. So whether it's kind of settled in the bottom, or whether it just needs a bit of a swirl around to get it activated. Certainly, God, you do that, it really it really ramps it up a bit. There's a sweetness which I would get from a red velvet cake. It's getting better. Yeah, slow starter this one was. Don't normally get that, to be fair. Has it settled in the can? Just needed a bit of a stir around. Um, Without a shadow of a doubt, it's a nice Imperial Stout. Um, just then, it's developed. Just then, all of a sudden, there's flavour coming in from somewhere. Don't ask me where. You would have thought it would have been there all the way along. Beer sometimes can be strange, can't it? Flavours that drift in. Hence why my beer reviews are never short because flavours change. And yeah, I'm still not getting a lot of cakey on the aroma. And I only have to compare this with the German cake one, and that had a real, quite pronounced cakey aroma, shall we say. Um, I mean, I've had the Baileys red, the like the cakey version of Baileys, which was basically like a red velvet sort of thing going off. So I know what it smells like on that side of things. Um, is it me? You know, sometimes you do question your ability to smell and taste. I mean, it's tasted nice, don't get me wrong. But I'm just not getting a strong cakey element to it. Like I say, it's been at room temperature. It's quite cool in here, mind. But I've only just come down the shed. So did it need to be at really warm room temperature for it to really show up? Although in pubs, in like the Crafty one, and like Hopzine's place, they'll be serving this from keg, and obviously, as we know, keg is a lot cooler temperature. So yeah, interesting. I'm getting a bit of cakey taste right on the back end. I mean, I get a nice boozy aroma off this. Nice Imperial Stout aroma. I can't say I'm getting the cake element strongly, which is a surprise. I mean, it's tasting sublime. Don't get me wrong. Um, oh, I could drink that till the cows come home. Um, as an Imperial Stout, for definite. It's just the that intended flavour. There is like I said, there's a slight cake element, um, but not probably as pronounced as I thought it would be. Am I only supposed to get a slight element? That I don't know. You know, I've not drank it out of keg, so I can't compare the two. And it's certainly tasting good, yeah, nonetheless. What a lovely 6 o'clock. Um, what a lovely 6 o'clock beer on a Monday evening. You know. No, I'm just not getting it. You know, it is what it is. I got elements of cake, but if that's what I'm supposed to be getting, I'm not sure. Um, so yeah, difficult one for me. Let's be fair, the beer itself is tasting great. You know, it really is. Uh, if it was just an Imperial Stout and we're not really focusing on the red velvet element, it would be a 4.5 nonetheless. But because the red velvet element is not showing up for me, and I've given it 14 minutes for it to wake up. And there's a ever so subtle cake element coming out here. There is a cakey bit going off, but it's more subtle. With that in question, then, I can only say it as I see it, you know, and I smell and taste it, obviously. So for me, whilst it being a fantastic tasting beer, and it's a fantastic Imperial Stout, the cake element is there, but it's subtle. Whether it's supposed to be subtle, I don't know. I would have thought it'd be more pronounced. Cake, Imperial Stout. I mean, I know that I've had the German cake one from these guys. I've got the barrel aged one in the box ready to review soon. So for me, because of the fact that I'm supposed to be getting a cake element, I'm going to have to give it a 4.0. Still a great tasting beer, but the element is either subtle or I'm not getting it. One of the two. Only my opinion, you know, but got to be right, haven't it? But yeah, enjoyed it nonetheless. Nice 12.2%. But cheers, all. See you soon.